And I'm Aditi, your host for today, and I'm really thrilled and glad that we have a very special guest with us, who is Mr. Prasanna Kumar, who has completed his global MBA with Deakin Business School and upGrad in 2023. So, welcome, Prasanna, and I hope you're doing well today.
Thanks, Aditi. Thanks for a warm introduction and welcome for me. I'm
Uh,
doing good. Thanks for asking.
Thank you so much. That's great. So, to all our viewers, firstly, we are going to have like a pre to post learning experience with upGrad about Prasanna's journey. And please feel free to drop in any comments or any questions that you have. We'll surely pick them at the end of the live, and we'll make sure that Prasanna kind of answers them with all the information that he has to kind of offer to us. So, okay, so let's begin with the first thing, which is Prasanna, could you just tell us or give an insight on how was your professional journey all throughout, like a little bit of trajectory over a period of time?
Yeah, so as Aditi mentioned, I'm Prasanna Kumar. I'm basically a chemical engineer. So I've passed out in 2012 and then I've started my profession with one of the global MNC. So it has been a very good experience for me, having a good, beautiful rotations across all the country, handling multiple projects, and then interacting with the leadership and moving across the different cultures across India. So this has been a journey for me for the past 12 years, and I've had an experience with pharmaceutical, FMCG, and then I had an experience with vaccine manufacturing, and currently I'm working with a IT services company. So this has been my journey so far.
That's such a great experience that you hold, Prasanna. Uh, Talking about your experience, how did you first land up or heard about upgrad or the course?
I think it's an interesting fact that all of us have heard about COVID. So during that time, we are left with thinking about what our future might be and what our career might be. So during that time is time where I thought of investing somewhere and something which will be useful for me in the future. So giving a one simple example to you guys, like the profession or the career which I've started used to ask us demand a education profession lesser than me while I was in 2012. Now when I see back myself and then when I stand here at this point of time, the qualification education qualification has gone up. Even if you are not having that qualification, the first stage of rejection is very high in a career profession, and that's when I have chosen to invest my time and money in upgrading myself in bringing this MBA to my resume. So not only that, it's like you can invest in money and then you can see that money progresses in, but the other value additions you can't see yourself, like it's only the money. But in this, if you invest money and time, it's like it's not only the value of them are growing in terms of your skills, in terms of your professional career for entire 60 years which is ahead of you. And that's the reason, that's the time when I heard about upgrad. But I want to have a quality of education staying in India. We can't go out of India at that point of time. It's totally restricted, and we don't have any opportunity to go out and then seek an abroad opportunity. Seeking a quality education. So upgrad was very good in terms of bringing those foreign universities to India at a very affordable cost and in a very affordable manner. It's very flexible. No one has ever thought of doing an MBA sitting at home. That too in a foreign university which is having a high reputation across the world. So those are the things which pushed me to think about upgrad. And there were few people from the upgrad which got in touch with me when I expressed my interest to them, and they explained the step by step process to me in a very crystal clear manner. And so I was very confident that this is going to help my career, and then I've chosen it.
That's so great to hear, Prasanna. Leading to that, why did you feel that there was a need for you to upskill in this area or in this journey?
Yeah,
Because there are like people out there who want to kind of get motivated and just feel that why is there a need for us to upskill in this era?
yeah.
So a little bit about that.
Yeah. So I'll take back you to a small story which I've got experience from my manager. I think he's my mentor as well, because I have started my first real life career with him in a first company. So so I am a part of a future leader program from the global MNC, and as a part of this I am fortunate enough to be interacting with a higher leadership directly. And with this opportunity I was experiencing, I was doing my job. So he said, Prasanna, yes, you are there in the site, you are doing this job, it's fine, very well and fine, but only thing you need to do as a part of your program and as a part of your future of a career is that you need to have a broad horizon about the organizations. So, like when I speak of organization, the pharmaceutical sector. So, I'm working in the pharmaceutical sector. If you want to do the job, yes, you are fine. You can restrict yourself or confine yourself to your site. But he asked me to look not only just a site, but think of multiple sites working under GSK. So the single action you do or the single skill you gain should be in a way that it should impact multiple sites across you. It's not only so when you look at the site perspective, yes, the results are good, but it's only impacting site. But when you look at the region perspective, it has 10 different sites, and whatever action or whatever improvement you take is going to impact all the sites. So you should have a horizon or thinking in terms of growing to that part of a career, such that you can lay your plans of investment in terms of money and time in the opportunities you get by. So that's when that seed of getting adding additional skills in terms of business administration and the management and the leadership skills have put inside my head. And then I thought of I just waited for opportunity to come by for 4 years. And then right lucky that I just got to know upgrad, that it's bringing Deakin at the floor at your doorstep. And then that's the reason I felt that with the need of getting this leadership skill, and with the need of getting a business skills, I'll be able to grow in a much better manner to a career where I required, where I want to be in the future. And that's the reason I chose the upscaling has to be done for me.
That's really like so like nice to hear. Talking about like the course itself, how it helped you and kind of put you through this journey of upskilling. Uh, a little bit about your pre-upgrad journey, which could be your enrollment process or something like admissions or counseling for that matter. And how was that like?
Yeah, prior to joining Deakin, so there was a pre-qualification course, which upgrad has designed for. So I was enrolled into that course first in an IMT, so which had brought me given enough credentials for me to enroll into Deakin business program. So enrollment process was itself was very quick. So there were the needs which are assessed as per your financial background and as per your educational background. And one of upgrad member will continuously assist you till you get enrolled and then complete your process of enrollment. So, and for me it was very flexible, and I didn't see any hurdle. Just have to just need to share the education credentials I have, and also the need I am looking for from the program. And they help me choose the right program for me. And also they explained me the benefits after completing this course. How does this qualify when you are seeking an opportunities in abroad, and how is this education qualification which you're going to get is being rated from the top educational institutions across abroad if you want to pursue any career opportunity in the future. So those were clearly explained to me, and I got a loan sanctioned, education loan sanctioned to meet my educational needs, and that was also in an optimal manner which is done. And yeah, that's it. I think those all the hurdles I have crossed, and then I got myself enrolled.
Right. So, like you have such a great work experience trajectory over the years, and you've been working and going at it. So talking a little bit about how was it like during upgrad's course, or the probably the flexibility or the projects that were coming your way or the exposure that you received, and the faculties there.
Yeah. So I love the faculty which has been assigned to us. They were totally friendly, and they totally understand your requirement of doing an MBA at the same time handling your personal things at a time. So there's a clear guidance given to you, like how many hours you have to spend for the course, and then how you have to plan your personal as well as the educational things, and that is well guided throughout the course. And when I check about any hurdle, because I myself faced several hurdles in personal, because we don't know anything. Anything is not, nothing is certain for us for sure in the next day or next hour. So I have faced some personal issues where I couldn't, where I should need. I thought of passing the program for some time, and upgrad was very apt in coming to my way, and then understood my program and understood my problem, and then they helped me resume the program in such a way that it won't disturb my personal activities. Also, it helped me resume my MBA journey, and finally, I'm here that I've completed MBA successfully. Facing all the difficulties in the COVID time, and nothing is ever hard than COVID, because all of us have one or other family members personally facing illness or any other difficulty across the daily life. And but we have crossed that stage. I think the coming stages will be much smoother when you want to pursue MBA, and I think upgrad will take care of the need when you raise your voice.
True. Now, talking about how upgrad kind of came through in this whole journey, uh, how was it that you received any help in case of resume building, or in case of placements, or interviews, or career opportunities, or kind of even the opportunities that you had in terms of building your friendship over the period of time during the course?
Yeah, so upgrad here have some upgrad provides you some tools in developing your resume across the software, which they'll share you eventually across the course. And the thing is that when you have so there is a profile building activity which happens when you start the journey with upgrad, and where you mention all the requirements, and where you mention all the basic qualifications you have, and where you're aspiring to be in the future. And once you fill those, and there will be a needs, there will be a notifications which you come across in terms of opportunities, like yeah, you have this opportunity, and there is a financial benefit for you in this much quantity. So there are opportunities which come across to you in every manner. And overall above, there are certain skills which you develop while doing this course, like networking is one good skill. So you don't know any person across other table, but you have opportunity to build across a network through them, and then work with them in a different manner. So they bring out the diverse ideas to the table. So you understand that diversity won't come just by reading books or text. It comes by interaction, and that is being provided here. And so I do have a friends which I met when I was doing case studies with them, and case studies were so crazy, and you love them. Like the capstone case study is so interesting that you just face the reality of your results in a simulated scenario, and that is being experienced by five of or six of your team members, and you get different thoughts of decisions coming in place, and you get to the role of the role play of the exact CEO or the production manager which you aspire to be in the real world. And also there were case studies which are given to me pre grad study, like IMT, which I was mentioning, and even those were interesting. You just don't want to miss those kind of case studies. And whenever there are assignments given to you, professors will guide them in a very apt manner, very prompt manner. And these assignments, like you just you will experience a free thought, like yes, there is a kind of a scenario given to you, and you just think of it on your own terms. Like, it's not like, you just stick to the notebook or you just stick to this. So there's a real world which you have to face, and that facing has to happen, in terms of, experience you gain from this course. And there are several concepts or skills which I still use in my job prospects now. So, like, I share some examples which I've got from the design thinking course in the upgrad with my managers here. So I just ask them to, explore these new ideas while we are doing a game, while we are doing any team activity. So I do this from the upgrad, and the free thought of, writing up your thoughts in a assignment and then submitting in the form of a report is kind of a different experience, and they'll be kind of a positive stress for you. And I think that's a good thing. That's a good thing you have to face, and that's a essential thing you have to face when you want to think of different thoughts from the subject you face. And that's a very constructive thing which is happening to you across the course.
Right. So Prasanna, like you took us through like a nice journey of the course itself. Uh, how was it to kind of have like a outcome out of it? What was it that you consider as a outcome out of the whole the course or the program that you were offered to, and something that you learned, technical skills, soft skills, or anything for that matter?
Yeah, so the research is one thing which I learned from this course. So whenever there's a topic given to you, it's just not like, you just look at a YouTube, TikTok, or I know you just website, you do a web research and then directly produce an evidence. It should be authenticated, and it should be very well. This process is itself is a, very good thing. Like, when you come from a normal background which where you don't have a research and then you just produce a facts just like that by reading an internet is not at all viable. It's not at all, right thing to do in a field where you want to showcase your knowledge or skills. But this course has taught me in a such a way that, the research uh, being done with a proper guidance and proper guidelines in terms of, Australian style, Australian Harvard style, where it puts you to, yes, if you are telling me about your thoughts, it should be backed up by authentic resources. It's just not your personal opinion or my personal opinion. When a reader is going through that piece of article which you wrote, it should be very well understood that yes, these are the technical resources he has used, and this is very well supportive for my work, and this has helped me in my career as well. So when I'm doing a research for my one of a job, like, there's a guideline which I have to research for the company for a certain country. So then I got all this in mind. Like, I used to do this in MBA, and I am using the same skill here as well. And other thing is leadership skill. So when you are surrounded by multiple diverse people around you, and when you are given a CEO role, as I said in case study, one of a case study, and you have to be very decisive in nature, in telling a team, yes, we are doing this. We have to do this for the good of this team. So this is applicable in even in a real life. So when you believe something backed up by very good research, that is, that you learn from this course, yeah, every team listens to you, and this is a skill you learn, and this is applicable everywhere. When you are at the lower level of a company, when you are at a higher level of a company, these are the basics which you get, and this is being provided in the course.
That's perfect, Prasanna. Talking about like the outcomes that you've received, following it up with something that kind of is around those lines, that what was that one thing out of the course that kind of stood out to you as a learner, as a person who was really interested into getting into a course and an online course in specific? So how was it? How was that like?
It's a innovative thinking, I say, because there's a course, design thinking course, which is very versatile and very different, and it pushes you to extend, like, you have to think to every opportunity you develop on the table, putting a customers or putting leaders in your shoes. So it's like it pushed me to a hard level of thinking and then refining my ideas to the best possible extent. And that is one takeaway I just remember every time. Like any assignment you give, it just your thinking skill, it sharpens your innovation, and then makes you to work harder and better.
True. So ending it on this note, where uh, how was it like to probably be a learner, be in that space where you could learn things, where that course enabled you to learn things. What is that one advice that you would want to give out to a learner, or somebody who's kind of in this getting into this field? So that one advice.
Yeah. So if I'm not true, like all of you might be transitioning from the professional career to the educational career which you have had in few years back. And this is a time, like we just have studied so much in the past, and then we came in between the professional career, and now we are switching to educational career. And so what few things I felt was, at some times I felt like, yeah, education abhi khatam ho gaya, वापस मैंने education ला लिया. So it's like, should I, your patience will be tested, but it is worth having a very good patience, and then stepping your foot up forward, and then learning. And if you are passing the stage of making passing your stage of making yourself wait, and then looking at the things you are about to receive, just focus very hard what you're going to get. And the 1 year of education career you are going to get, you should never miss. And it's so interesting that there'll be some things which are given to you from the real world, and you have to absorb them for making your career better and more brighter, and definitely innovative. And this is one advice I give. And never miss any part of the career course which you are going to do. And make sure you ask sufficient questions, so that you get yourself refined best, and then finally at the end of the course you will feel that pride in yourself, that you have done MBA and you have gained these skills, and you will be definitely confident when you're facing your next interview or next career.
That's such a great advice, Prasanna. Thank you so much. I would make sure that I also kind of take up this advice from your end.
Thank you.
And it's been a pleasure to kind of have you with us and share your insightful experience. It was incredibly motivating, and it was great to hear so much quality information coming from your end. So thank you from the whole team, and thank you for doing this for us. And to our audience, thank you so much for joining us and sending your engaging questions our way. Stay tuned for more such engaging, insightful conversations with our alumni, and have a wonderful evening and a happy upskilling day. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much, Sanna.
Thanks, everything. Bye.
Bye.